I'll be so happy to come. Tell all the boys you know they're invited. Tell all the girls you know they're invited. Tell everyone you know they're invited. They will all be...
Definitely. So, let me ask you guys, how did you all get started in this music business?
You want to start, Hakeem?
I think you should start, Carlito.
Well, it's a long story, but Nasty Rebelz was formulated like late 90s, early 2000 era. And I've always been in love with music. And I always wanted to be the person that conduct it, compose it, also perform it. So that's what brought forth me to be a producer and CEO of Nasty Rebelz as well. And along with that, I have a great ear. So in the process of that, I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Hakeem. And he caught me at a good and a bad stage with the music biz. So he came in and made it happen. And we all did our thing, and he collabed with me, and the rest is history from my point of view on that one.
Right. And y'all steady making history.
Thank you.
You know, so let me ask you, at what age did you all start doing this?
Well, I was, I would have to say at the age, I've been basically singing, dancing, and performing all of my life.
Okay.
But I would have to say when I was 14, that's when I picked up my first guitar. And I guess you can say the rest was history as far as taking it serious in this music industry.
Right.
And I had a group at first named the East Side Residers, but no one knows them anymore. And so after that, I went solo at the age of 19. And a couple of years, or a year later, I had talked to Carlito, and he sounded like an old man over the phone, let's be honest.
I sound like a sexy old man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, I'm glad you wasn't talking to me like that.
True.
Yeah.
So, Carlito, I mean, what age did you get into it?
Oh, I was born into it. My father, he was a DJ, also a musician. My grandfather was too. And also on my mother's side as well, everybody just musically talented as far as vocalism and everything. And I was just born into it, and grew up on blues and soft rock. And I always liked that style of music, from bluegrass, all of it, into hard rock. And like I said, when I got some age, around about 8 or 9, I had wrote my first rap. It was about my sister. It wasn't a good rap. It was a diss rap.
I would ask you to flow a little bit on it, but I'm not going to do that.
I still remember it.
Oh, I just said, hey, anytime you're ready to go at it. I mean,
hey, oh man, you put me on the spot, yo, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Come on.
Don't.
It's
Let 'em
old
do it.
school.
Let 'em do
Hey,
it.
it's from the 80s, dog. It's from the 80s.
Uh-oh.
I said, you booger with eyes, you wear half your size, and your clothes don't even smell like ties. You can't rap, so don't even clap. Tick tock, you don't stop. You just a big old ugly eye.
oh, that's what's up.
That was the 80s, dog.
Oh, man,
That's what's up.
That needs to be on the radio.
That's
Thank
what's
you guys.
up.
Thank you guys.
So tell me a little bit about Nasty Rebelz.
The Nasty Rebelz is just it's just a group thing, pretty much.
Okay.
Like you just mentioned earlier in part of the conversation was that, you know, our style, we have so many styles, and the styles are actually good and entertaining, you know, versus other groups, you know what I mean? They have all these styles, but maybe really good at one.
Right.
Like, we all have our own individual style, our own way of singing, our own way of producing, and where, you know, Nasty Rebelz come in at is that we are good to formulate all of that.
Right.
And process some very good stuff, some contemporary stuff, some right now stuff, and some past tense stuff. However you want it, we got you.
That's what's up. They bring in full flavor. Hakeem, what are some of your musical inspirations?
Oh man, I have like about, I would say 112 of them, if you would, you know, wouldn't mind. But
that's a whole list.
Yeah, I know, I've done it before, and people have got tired of me and told me to get out of the room. I have 3 main influences in my life, and they include Stevie Wonder, he's one of them.
Okay.
Elvis Presley, the king.
Yes.
And Michael Jackson.
Uh-oh,
And
watch yourself.
I think all 3 of them are really unique and diverse in their own way, and that's probably what inspires me, because I'm inspired to greatness, let's face
Right.
it. And I inspire to be greatness. So
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I like that. So, if you all could open for anybody, who would you like to open for?
Talking about dead or alive.
Let's go with alive. Let's go with alive.
Exactly.
Alright, that's the other dark side of Nancy Rebelz you don't know about. Alright. You know, me personally, I say I would just love to work or open up for. I really can't put a name on it.
Okay.
I mean, because I love so many people and their style of music. Just anybody who has a pleasure and has a charisma to it, I love to do something with.
Right.
I would love to open up for them, whether if it's rock, you know,
Right.
jazz or hip hop. Again, because that's what Nancy Rebelz, we can get on all levels. You know, most labels out here are, you know, independent group or whatever. They
Right.
are one style, and
Right.
they only good at one style. Like we have many of styles, and that's why I say it's kind of hard to put a name on it for me. So anybody that had a love for music and loves Nancy Rebelz and definitely have love for them, we open up for them.
That's what's up. Hakeem?
I would have to, you know, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and that's open for Justin Bieber.
Just, I like Justin Bieber. I like him.
I think he's the future of music, and
Yes.
I'm just. But I don't really think there's really nobody I can put a name on. Just as Carlito said, I mean, if they're great, then they're great. But I think, like, you know, back in the '70s, early '70s story of Jimi Hendrix, you know, when he opened for, I think, the Rolling Stones or someone like
Right.
that, and he did the fire thing when he set the guitar on fire, and they were sitting in the back, you know, the next band, they were like, how are we going to follow this? Because the person who opened for us just basically stole the show.
Right.
So I feel as each artist is good in their own way.
Right. I agree with that. Let me ask you, you have any hidden talents that we don't know about yet?
Well, it's not musical talent. That's another day, another time. But no, on a good note, yeah, I do have another talent, and a lot of people, you know, some people are shocked, some people aren't. But I'm a good cook.
Uh-oh. Why'd you say that?
You don't
That's
want
what the ladies like now.
Uh-oh.
Are you serious? Because when I come to your house, anyway.
You cannot tell me you do not love my barbecue, dog.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because you went for second, thirds, fourths, and fifths.
Yeah, and the pie.
And the pie.
He said, and the pie. You know what
And the
you're
banana pudding.
You know what we're going to do?
And the other
we're
pie.
going to premiere your hit single, Drunker.
Drinker.
Oh my Drinker, my bad.
Oh, because I'm going to drink her and I'm going to drink this.
This is a hot hit. You all remember, you heard it on the JMAC Show first. I got it. That was a good interview. I got it, man.
I'm going to entertain it, hopefully.
Yes, it was good. I'm gonna post it on the JMAC Show. Cool. And I'm gonna post some of it on the. I'm gonna see if I can. You know, I should post it on Facebook, but I probably had to chop it. But no, it's not that long, so it's not that bad. Yes, we got a digital recorder right here, man. We record.
I was looking at it. I'll just make sure I
Yeah,
record. But
yeah, we record everything. The whole show is recorded. So
I'd like to give a
yeah.
shout out to A1.
I would. See, look, I named everybody's name.
That was a great interview, man.
Thanks.
Great interview.
I'm glad that you had us.
Oh, man, I'm glad.
Is that the end for us today?
Yeah, that's it.
No, because I have to really pee.
Okay.
The restroom, I mean.
Go up.
Dude, you was gaming with silly,
Go out
dude.
the back door and go to the left.
All right. I guess
Hakeem was